There's the Hakadakwa Fire Company number 1, American of France. Here comes their second engine. The beer was cold at Darktown Fire Company. There's one of the engines that Jimmy Hulsman Jr. painted. We called them Rembrandt. He painted these with a mop and a brush. Here comes another one of Rembrandt's accomplishments. It's the old Lehigh Valley 184, fresh out of the halls of Rembrandt.
This series focuses on Mike's colorful commentary from the various scenes in our DVD catalog.
So you're getting a bonus here, and it's free.
Volume 1 covers the beginning of Conrail from April through November of 1976.
He's got off moving equipment. Now he's crossing the yard without being on an angle. There he looks back.
And from 1978...
I hope he's not going to get off. Moving equipment. Oh my God. Lucky that thing didn't have NS on it.
Through mid-1982.
He has to make last call at 2 a.m. in Sayre, so he's not letting any grass grow under his feet.
The scenes come from the Railfanning with the Bednars series, Volume 6.
There's the chicken coops at the west end of the field burning. Guys ate roasted chicken that day.
Through 9.
Notice Jimmy Spar accenting how rough the road is.
With Mike's brand of humor, there's never a dull moment.
Yes, I like a dozen Yakko hot dogs and Diet Coke. Now, I'm hungry.
So sit back and relax and let Big Mike take the wheel.
This was in the days when most of the dynamic brakes didn't work, so you had to pull them down using the wheel. You didn't hear that from me, but using the wheel.
We'll begin with Mike Bednar's introduction to Conrail.
Conrail started off with a bang. On the night of March 31st, April 1st, I was working the light side from 11:59 p.m. to 7:59 a.m. And it started with a phone call with a guy screaming at me. He said to me, "Don't you like your job? We'll arrange it that you guys from these little railroads don't have a job." I just said, "Who the hell are you?" And he said his name was George T. Daly, the new superintendent of Conrail. And I promptly hung the phone up on him. The phone rang back, and he said, "Let me talk to the train master." And Red Rao got the same nonsense. And when Red Rao hung up the phone, he turned to me and said, "Well, we're off to a bang, Mike." And it remained that way for my entire Conrail career. I'm looking back here and smiling because I wanted to cry inside. At the end of the day, after my talk with Daly, I learned what it was going to be like work with those Penn Central officials. So I drove down to the engine terminal and took the last shots of Lehigh Valley Power on April 1 and went to Staley's Bar in Allentown with the rest of the guys who worked their trick at the hump and drank myself sober. So that'll introduce you to Conrail. A quick renumbering, and long live the valley, damn right, bleep. There's an engineer out of Harrisburg on a 311. Look how pleased he is with Conrail. By now, like D&H could buy paint at the hardware store, and they started to paint the Lehigh Valley out. Notice the rock and roll here. Here we go. There we are. It's like the cars do you. They all wave bye-bye to you.
Hello. Dutch, here comes your drill. All right. Coming up.
So I was hungry here. I was appealing to anyone for food. I finally got a hold of the field drill. The guys had killed the deer and were making deer barbecue in the caboose. So they promised to give me a care package when they pulled by to go to the field.
We know 4 hours these.
Where's that field drill?
They're on lunch period now.
They're out for lunch and then they're going to bring some fries for the yard. And put
Notice my food is coming on the caboose. Deer sausage, deer barbecue, potato chips. That's Edward Maley saving my life. Here you'll see us straighten out some steel. End gates don't mean nothing. They were doing an environmental cleanup of peak coal that had fell out of a car along the way. They were taking the peak coal back. Tony Lepler's preventing another mine fire like Centralia. He doesn't want that. They're saving their coal. There's Donnie Rothwell displaying his ballet moves from when he was a ballet dancer. Oh my, oh no, look at them. So disappointed they're derailed, believe it or not, on the Miracle Mile between Vexit and Jetto Colliery. How is this affecting our quit? Success. We were going up to the Mountaintop Fire Company Bazaar, better known as the Perogi Festival. So we decided we'd take pictures on the way up of ALCG before we filled up on beer, pierogies, blinis, and every other hunky thing you could think of. And here come the helpers. Nick Hollick was the engineer. He was one of the guys that ran the Perogi Festival, so we was in a hurry to get home. Now we're at Penobscot. They stopped to cut the helpers off because Nick had to go up to the Perogi Festival to make sure everything's all right before he dropped down the mountain. So as they go by, watch for George come across the cab and signal, eat, drink, and point towards the Perogi Festival. Yes, George, that's where we're heading. Eat and drink. Quick, go by, hop in a trail duster, and we head for a Perogi Festival. See how gentle? We don't want to squeeze the Charmin. In the yard, let's try 15 pounds. Nah, we'll make it 20. Next time I talk to you guys, I'm going to be heading west to Colorado to look for work because it looked like Conrail was not going to be in the future. See you next time.